Hello, 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 guys. So I am here to tell you what are my top 5 plus 1, there's one extra, ways of staying healthy through the winter. So whether it's you're feeling sick, something is coming up, or maybe somebody is sneezing over your shoulders, or maybe you just want to protect yourself, it never hurts, right? So there's ways that we can actually learn about and practice and really protect ourselves, boost our immune system. Because why? Here's the thing that we have to always remember. The immune system is the number one thing that is keeping us alive. Really, that's true. It's really what's protecting us from everything else that is happening around us, okay? We're always constantly being around bacteria, germs, viruses from the environment, from the food that we eat. So we are always in, constant contact with all these different things. So our immune system are the little guys that are always helping us, keeping everything in check so that we don't get sick. Obviously, we don't notice this because it happens all the time, but there's ways, especially when the weather is changing, the cold or flu season is coming up, we need to really reinforce that. So here are my top 5. Number 1, and this is like the biggest thing, if you understand that your immune system is the thing that is keeping you alive, the number 1 thing to remember too is that we have to take care of our gut health. And what does that mean? Basically making sure that our intestines or gut in general is healthy. So maybe you heard about this, about 80 to 90% of our immune system resides in the gut, right? And really it's because in our intestines or in our gut, we have tiny little microorganisms, okay? Bacteria, healthy bacteria. There's also other bad bacteria, but there's a good balance between the two. But the bacteria that we have in our intestines is what's really keeping us alive, keeping us protected from all these germs and bacteria that is, harming probably. And so the thing is that these are what's protecting us from everything else that is outside, whether from the environment or the food. And also those bacteria is what's helping us with digestion. It's helping us with absorbing nutrients. Because here's the thing, why does it matter then if we eat organic or greens or all healthy stuff if our gut is not functioning properly, okay? So it's okay to eat all those healthy things, but our gut also has to be healthy to do a really good job. Because think about it, it's like tiny little workers that you have in your body that are doing all these things to keeping every single function vital organs in our body to function properly. So if they're not really working efficiently and they're kind of lagging, they're gonna do a pretty crappy job, right? So maybe not now, but in 5-10 years you might feel something different, the consequences. Why does it feel different now being in your 30s or 40s compared to when you were in your 20s? Because maybe back then, like, there were things that we were not really being careful about, and now we're kind of feeling it. Don't feel bad though, because there's always a way to really make something better, reinforce it. So the number 1 thing is have a good gut health. And ways to do that, number 1 is, for example, consuming probiotics. Okay, probiotics are what really will increase your good bacteria, because those are the ones that are helping us. Now, here's the thing too. There's foods, right? For example, fermented foods such as kimchi, sauerkraut, yogurt, kombucha, fermented vegetables, pickles. Or you can supplement yourself if you go to the pharmacy and buy something like this. Now, this is one that my mom and I use. I don't use it as much as I use another product, but this is something that is very good because it has a high quantity, like 30 billion of bacteria, and also it has a whole bunch of different strains. That's the other thing. We need to have a variety of bacteria, not just one kind, okay? The one that I use pretty much every day is this one, from USANA. And again, this is just to reinforce and make sure that I'm really keeping that balance way up high, because especially when one is getting sick, that good bacteria is kind of working overdrive. It's working even more. So we need to replenish the loss, okay? So number 1, making sure that we have a good gut health. Number 2, that goes hand in hand with number 1, is make sure that you're eating not just healthy foods, but foods that are high in antibacterial, antimicrobial, antioxidant content. Why? Because these are the foods that really are going to make sure that we are getting the best nutrients from the food to replenish, our cells, to make sure that the cells are getting all the vitamins that it needs, all the minerals that it needs. Okay, and so some of these foods are, for example, onions, garlic, ginger. Ginger is a good one that I truly believe, and I eat day and night when I'm kind of feeling weird, because it has a lot of antibacterial properties, anti-germs, kills all these germs, and it's very anti-inflammatory. We need to get rid of inflammation when we're sick, because inflammation is what really will bring down your immune system. So we don't want that. Turmeric is another good one. Honey is also good. It's very healing. It's very nourishing for your throat, for your lining, the lining of your digestive system. Also has antibacterial properties and also antioxidant properties. Another one is also oregano oil, and I'll tell you why in a second. And so all these different herbs, there's different herbs like peppermint is another good one. It's very soothing. Licorice, which is something that I'm having right now, licorice tea, and I'll show you that in a second too. So making sure that we are always having all this high anti-everything food, because those are the ones that are really going to, it's like the food for our little bacteria so that they can work properly. So that's number 2. Number 3 is supplement yourself with good high quality products, supplements and vitamins. So it's good to eat healthy and all that, but it's always good to really reinforce it with something that will make your immune system powerful and super immune system. Okay, so for me it's really having a high quality vitamins and minerals, and this is the one that I use. Again, it's from USANA Health Sciences, and so this one has a variety of minerals, antioxidants, multivitamins. I don't buy the one from the pharmacy, from Walgreens or CVS. Those are not the cheap ones. They give you cheap results, guys. So that's why I really invest my money in good high quality vitamins and supplements. And of course, I make sure that I really bump up my game by having a lot more vitamin C. So this is a vitamin C booster. It's a powder form that you can just put in water and drink it throughout the day, or just have it straight into your mouth. And these, honestly, it's a blend of a whole bunch of different vitamins, but especially vitamin C. And it comes from echinacea, elderberry. There's some, I can't even see. There's some other herbs in here that really boost your immune system. So this is, I believe, has been really extra helpful with me this past week, because I was kind of feeling something funky. So that's number 3. Number 4, and this is a fun one and kind of interesting, chew on licorice. So this is what licorice, and here's the thing though, guys. Make sure it's licorice root, not that gummy candy kind of stuff that you buy at the store. It has to be the real deal. Again, buy real foods, okay? Whole real foods, not something that was made in a lab or processed somewhere else that is just plastic. So this is licorice roots. So obviously it's cut out, and basically you can just either chew one tiny little piece like this, just chew it, and then chew it whenever you're feeling something, especially in your throat, or if you have a cough. This is very healing for your throat. And if you have a cough, because again, and it comes from the same family as the fennel or the anise plant also, it's very soothing for and almost numbing for your throat. It really coats your throat and make it feel much better. It will kind of make the cough go away. And in fact, I've noticed that it actually helps like clear any kind of phlegm or mucus. Very interesting. So I either chew it up through, like whenever I work or whatever. And not only that, guys, but also it kind of leaves your mouth very fresh, right? This is something very good to chew. And so either I chew it, like one little thing, right? Like that. Or I have it as a tea. So that's what I'm drinking. And again, hydration is also very important. We always hear this all the time, right? Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Of course, but there's these other things that I'm telling you about that I think are also interesting and something that we need to keep remembering. So either chew this licorice or have it as a tea. You can find this at the health food store. I don't know about the other supermarkets, but I'm sure that there's also tea bags that they sell them over there. So get this, the root form from health food stores. Online, I'm sure you can also find them, or just you can find tea bags for sure. I'm pretty sure that you can find that at any kind of supermarket. So that's number 4. Sorry. Licorice, chew on licorice. And then the number 5 is something also fun, and I just made a video about it and I'll post it. I don't know if you've ever seen this, using the neti pot. This is something very, very interesting for a lot of you, or a lot of people actually. And I've been using this for quite some time, and I've honestly, it helps so much for congestion. So if you have a stuffy nose, congestion, like in your sinuses, your throat, or even when you're not sick, but if you have allergies, this is something that helps a lot. Why? Because what it is really is a saline solution, and you buy this at the store in the pharmacy, and it comes with the little packet. And this is a saline solution, just salt, okay? So even if you don't have this, you can just put salt and water, salty water. Make sure that it's really clean water, though, purified water. So basically, you put the solution in here and you kind of lean over your sink and you're washing your sinuses. That's what it is, guys. So it's basically, with that saline solution, you're going to wash your sinus, and that salt is going to declog, is going to loosen up the phlegm, any kind of mucus that is sitting there, and really cleanse it out. You'll like either spit it out, gargle it out, blow it out through your nose. The snot is going to come out. It's not going to be sexy and funny and attractive, but you're going to feel much better. Okay, getting sick is not sexy anyway, so at least do something that will really help. Okay, so the thing is that with that mucus that is just sitting there, not only you feel stuffy and congested and kind of heavy, but the mucus, if you think about it, it's like glue, right? It's kind of like just glue. So what happens as you're breathing or going about your day, all these germs, dust, pollution, chemicals, whatever that is in the air that we're breathing or inhaling or eating is going to sit there and stick to the glue. And so if it's just going to stay there, think also about this. That mucus stays there with all the gunk, right? All the toxins, all the pollution, all the dust, allergens. If you have allergies, it's going to sit there, and they're going to really like seep in through the lining of your respiratory system and get into your blood or into your immune system. We don't want that. Basically, we don't want any kind of germs, any kind of butt ugly guy sitting in our bodies, okay? And especially when there is mucus, it's not good. Mucus sometimes is good just to cover the lining and kind of protect it when there's like a thin film of it, okay? But not when it's like heavy stuff and it's just like, feeling ugly about it. So this, guys, has been helping me a lot, especially at nighttime. That's when I do it, right before bed or as soon as I get out the next day. And so it has helped really cleanse my sinuses, especially during allergy season, in between the seasons when the weather is changing. So basically, those are my top 5. Number 1, to recap, is number 1, make sure that you take care of your gut health. Eat probiotic or have probiotics, eat fermented foods. Make sure that you do that. Number 2 is making sure that you eat super really healthy foods that are high anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, antimicrobial properties. And then, so that's number 2. Number 3 is supplementing yourself with high quality products, okay? Vitamin C, vitamin D, multivitamins, antioxidants. These are the guys that are really going to boost your immune system so that it works like Superman. So that's number 3. Number 4, chew on licorice. Licorice has been really helpful, guys. Give it a try. I wish I can give some of this to you right now, but it has been something that has saved me, especially with the cough that sometimes I have, and not from getting sick, but something like I said, allergy season, it gets in there and it's like ugly. Number 4. Number 5, neti pot. It's another one that is really helpful for decongestion, okay? So this is a good one. Again, and what is my +1? And this is a fun one too, is essential oils. I use essential oils all the time to really take care of a lot of different things. One that I use a lot is this blend from doTERRA, which is very immune boosting. It has a lot of good ingredients in here that really boost my immune system, I totally believe. And I feel the difference from the night to the next morning. And I either inhale, put it in my water and drink it, or what I do at nighttime right before bed, I put 1 drop of this and rub it at the bottom of my feet, in the arc of my feet, because right there is when all these components from the oils are being absorbed by our skin, and right away it gets into our bodies. So this is a good one. It's an immune blend. But here's another one that actually, I've been reading and researching about it and finding really cool stuff. And this is oregano oil. And this is a good one. And here's the thing, guys, with oregano. The oregano, there has been some research that scientists have found that it has more than 50 different compounds that are antibacterial, actually kills different bacteria and even some viruses. Ginger too. Ginger can kill actually some strains of influenza virus. But oregano, I didn't know that it is so powerful. It's very potent. So if you use the oil, just use one tiny little drop into water. So I will put, actually, where's my bottle? I will put one drop of this into this kind of big bottle of just water and sip it like right away. I will also use it in my cooking, but only at the end. I won't expose it to the heat. And so this has been very helpful, again, for the cough. If you have a cough or itchy throat or even congestion also, it helps loosen up. So here's the thing. Last week, I was kind of feeling weird, right? Like, I don't know, somebody at work got me sick. Or I was feeling like I'm getting kind of funny, right? Like my throat is kind of a little dry, and I just tried to prevent myself. So what did I do? I had every single day last week oregano oil, okay, in oil and water, or putting it like at the bottom of my feet, or in my cooking in some salads. Also, I was having a lot of licorice tea, a lot. I was eating ginger day and night in my sleep, and I shit you not, I was really like inhaling ginger, sweating in ginger, you name it. And I'm, above other things. And I think, I think it has a trick. I didn't get sick at all. I felt much better. And I honestly, and to tell you the truth, I know that I always hear, probably you hear this too, get more water, right? We always have to hydrate. Sleeping helps, obviously. That's another thing that I did too. I made sure that I was sleeping at least 7 hours a day, because in your sleep is when your body is healing and doing the most work at repairing and killing all those different invaders from outside. So that's pretty much it, guys. Do some of these things. I hope that you give them a try and let me know how it goes. I honestly, truly believe that has been a lifesaver. And I think it's something that I'm going to keep doing. I'm not going to wait for anything to happen. So give this a try and let me know how it goes. And I hope everything is great with you guys. And I hope that you guys are healthy, staying healthy. And I'll be seeing you guys again soon. Bye.